the biggest companies out there, when you look at them like Amazon and Google, right? They're not necessarily with an explicit social statement.
Amazon is a social.
Yeah, really.
Not at all. In terms of the biggest companies in the world, we're not there yet. For most of them, there's corporate social responsibility, which means that we'll continue doing what we're doing, but we're also going to open some kind of fund or some kind of school. But I think that consumers are also becoming, Amazon's a great example. There's a lot of debate about whether it's, whether you should be supporting Amazon as a consumer or not. And I think that the more that those conversations happen, the more the companies that have a social mission will be successful. I think the money sort of will, the flow of consumption will help those companies grow.
I see. But I mean, don't you think that sometimes I have an issue with the whole social responsibility framing, because I feel like companies like Amazon or like Google, they provide a service to people who need a service or want a service. And the line, I guess, is between the need and the want, and where do you draw the line, and what is need and what is want. But they provide a service. A lot of the times that service helps many people, and then you're right, then it gives them the opportunity to do this whole corporate social responsibility shtick and help out. But I wonder if creating, that cycle of the market creating a demand, people have something that they need, and providing that, filling that need is doing a service, is doing some kind of socially impactful thing.
I agree, and they're also creating jobs, which is great, and there are many positive things to these companies, and I think the question is are there negative side effects, and for many that there aren't really that negative. But there still are sort of, there's kind of do no harm, I think, is sort of the first step. And then in terms of sort of brands and the kind of new brands that I think will be very strong in the future, those are brands that have a mission because people are looking to connect to that. And I think that, when you're choosing between, for example, Amazon, there's no one that comes close to Amazon. So you're not choosing between, two apples. That's one is socially better. But I think that as time goes on, I hope that there will be more and more companies that come and give fight on both levels, that they have to be as good as, as the top tech companies.